Alright, so I didn't watch both shows live like everyone else did on Monday and Tuesday, but I did watch Raw and Smackdown, and I decided this is a perfect opportunity to bring back WWE Bragging Rights, where I review both shows, Raw and Smackdown, and I will determine which show was 100% better than the other, and both shows were looking good. So without further ado, let's begin this review. So we begin with Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was live in Cleveland, Ohio, where Roman Reigns came to kick off the show, and which is already a bad thing going. The shark cage was in the ring. Reigns was talking about the Royal Rumble match and talking about his match with Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship. And after that, Owens and Jericho came and interrupted Reigns, talking about how Owens powerbombed Reigns through the announce table last week, saying that he's the only guy to do it after Reigns did it to so many people in the past. Reigns says that Owens is about to be the one getting whipped in front of his best friend and the entire world. Jericho addresses Reigns, which led for Reigns to call out Jericho, saying, "Oh, you just asked for a rematch? You just asked for a rematch?" And then later on tonight, it was announced that it would be Reigns versus Jericho for the United States title again, which was already bad. Later on, we had Luke Gallows versus Cesaro, one-on-one match, in this type of way where, if the tag team champions are going up against tag team challengers, right? They would obviously do that one-on-one situation. That's what they did here tonight. Cesaro versus Luke Gallows. And honestly, I looked forward to this. After this match, this is where I fell asleep, I'm not gonna lie. I never watched anything else after that. But when I woke up to the end. I see Goldberg in the ring. I'm like, oh shit, okay, what's going on? And then we'll get to that. So Bayley had it. Before that, after the match, Gallows won. Mick Foley was backstage talking with Stephanie McMahon via phone. Stephanie McMahon was surprised that Foley granted Reigns his rematch for the U.S. title. Foley does a cheap pop for Cleveland. Sami Zayn comes in to apologize for interrupting, talking about how is he going to enter the Royal Rumble match. And then after that, Stephanie McMahon was like, you know what, how about we have Sami versus Rollins tonight? If Sami wins, he enters the Royal Rumble. And then after that, Mick Foley wanted to talk with Stephanie alone. Sami left. And then he went to Rollins saying, look, you will face Sami Zayn tonight. Rollins was questioning why is he facing the guy he was teaming up last week. Mick Foley says you'll be facing the guy. You'll be facing Sami Zayn, and if you lose, Zayn is in, but you're out. After that, we had Bayley sit down with Corey Graves interview. I'm not even should I. They're just talking about the Royal Rumble match, Royal Rumble pay-per-view, about her title match with Charlotte, even though she's gonna lose, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna skip ahead. So yeah, Foley did talk to Rollins about that, and Rollins said that he's gonna go win. He's gonna win the match. He's gonna win the Royal Rumble. Go to WrestleMania. He's gonna throw it right into Stephanie's and Triple H's face, calling Triple H a coward. So we have Rollins versus Zayn. Match is phenomenal. I didn't look. I watched the match from YouTube. Okay, I kind of skipped ahead. I knew these guys would. Anytime Rollins and Zayn have a match, it's phenomenal. Okay, no doubt in my mind. So before Rollins could finish the match, the gamer Triple H, his music hits. New Minitron, new everything on the screen was different. Triple H's music hit. We all thought Triple H was gonna show up, and then Rollins was like, "Whoa, what? He's here? Let's go!" And then Zayn was able to roll up Rollins and get the win. Zayn beat Seth Rollins. Zayn is in the Rumble. Rollins is not. Rollins was looking for Triple H. Foley said that he had nothing to do with it, but it's obvious that Stephanie McMahon is working with someone in the production truck. Rollins storms off as Foley promises he'll get answers. We had a 6-man cruiserweight tag team match. No one gave a damn. Big Cass and Rusev announced that they'll be in the Rumble. No one cared. New Day. Okay. New Day segment with Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil announcing that it's going to... Look, the only good thing about this whole thing was the Big Show. When the Big Show returned, first of all, there was pyro. Because when he returned months ago, there was no pyro. When Big Show shows up, I love pyro. So when he shows up, he hit the pyro. You did good for your boy. So Big Show came down and Braun Strowman coincidentally was in the ring, face to face. Vince McMahon, I know what you're doing. I know what you were doing, Vince McMahon. Don't try that. So, with that being said, you know, announcers plug NXT TakeOver, and then, well, yeah, basically. Then we had the U.S. title match, Reigns versus Jericho. The match ended in DQ. Reigns won by DQ. Kevin Owens interfered in the match, and the match ended. Yeah, done deal. And after that, Kevin Owens got locked into the shark cage, and then Jericho suffered a Superman punch and a spear. Charlotte was interviewed by Corey Graves. Same shit. Don't really care. She's gonna win. Blah blah blah. Goldberg was still being promoted. Nia Jax had a match against Ray Lynn. Nia Jax beat up Ray Lynn. Then Sasha Banks came through with a crutch, and then Sasha Banks standing tall, Nia Jax walking on. Rich Swann versus Noam Dar. Rich Swann said some words to Neville. Don't really care, just skimming through the show. Cedric Alexander was backstage. Cedric will face Neville on 205 Live, which I did not watch. And Cedric with Alicia Fox, he pushed down Noam Dar. Alicia Fox was like, "You guys, you're just jealous." And then we get to the main event. Basically, we get to the main event. So Lesnar, Goldberg in the ring, right? Goldberg busted himself open earlier, hitting his head on the locker or something. And then he got to the ring. He's slurring his words like he was drunk or something. But in the end, you know, the fans were making him humble, I guess. He talked about the Royal Rumble, talking about the only way to get to the WWE Championship was to win the Rumble. So that every 29 participants, you are, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I'm here to hype up the Royal Rumble match and how everybody's a victim to my client, Brock Lesnar. I had to try it. That everybody in that match would be beaten, victimized, emasculated, embarrassed, and conquered. When, look, I was sitting there, I'm like, Brock's not going to show up. It may be the last Raw, but he's in Cleveland. I think he's going to show up. His music hits, he comes out. I was legit lying. I legit was waking up, and I'm looking at Goldberg. I'm like, he's just going to talk, okay. Then I see Paul Heyman, I'm like, okay. I hear Brock Lesnar's music, I got up. I'm like, okay, this is something good. Then I'm like, yo. And then Goldberg's like, look, if you're just going to stand there and talk, you're gonna be a dumbass, you're gonna come to this ring and fight me. He gets in the ring, right, face to face with Goldberg. I'm like, this is the first time since Survivor Series they're gonna go at it. And then, ding, the Undertaker music hit. The fans went crazy. I legit got up and sat up on my bed. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And it's the Undertaker. I'm like, yo, they're gonna go at it. They're gonna go at it to the show. And I'm like, oh my god, that was blue balls. And that was it. So let's begin Smackdown review. As Smackdown was live in Toledo. What was it? In Toledo, Ohio. Where we begin the show with Daniel Bryan about to eat an apple. The Miz Maurice shows up in the GM's office and will try to ask for their own dressing room. Daniel Bryan, you know, cracking jokes and stuff. And then Miz and Maurice was, you know, mocking Daniel Bryan. And after that, Bryan was like, how about this? How about you fight for the IC title tonight? And then Miz is like, how about a no DQ match? And then Miz is like, then after that, Daniel Bryan was like, I'm not about that life. Nope. How about a lumberjack match? Instead of you having your wife interfere in your match, we're gonna have a lumberjack match. And then yeah, the match was made. So after that, we begin the show with Luke Harper versus Randy Orton in the ring, having a match. It was Harper versus Orton to let out their differences, letting out their problems. You know, the match was great. I loved the ending. Harper tried to go for that discus clothesline into an RKO. I love that ending. And after that, Bray Wyatt was like, he picked up Harper, but he drops him with a Sister Abigail. He gives him a kiss of death and then drops him with a Sister Abigail. Randy Orton smirking in the back, and then he just walk off. I'm like, is this the end? It's not the end for the Wyatt family, but this is the end for Harper. Holy shit. So we get back from break. Renee Young's in the ring, you know, introducing Mickie James. Mickie James makes her SmackDown return for the first time since 2010, bro. And then after that, Mickie James, from what it said that Mickie James is doing a version of a crazy chick again. That's not what I say. I just see a vengeful, angry Mickie James saying how these bitches here today, thinking that they can just, you know, wash away all the hard work, all the sacrifices I made in the past, trying to prove that, oh, what they're doing is a revolution. Well, I'm doing a reinvention here right now on SmackDown. And, you know, Mickie James is just going on about how Becky Lynch needs to learn. She needs to learn the hard way. And after that, you know, bringing up how she's a 5-time women's champion, a former Divas champion. I remember the last time she won the women's title was against Michelle McCool at the Royal Rumble in Atlanta, Georgia in 2010, defeating her in seconds. I remember that very well. And then after that, you know, Becky Lynch, before that, Mickie James brings up that Alexa Bliss is the one that gave her that little itch, gave her that fire to come back and stand in that ring and actually do what she wants to do. Saying how Bliss has been the one that's fighting the self-righteousness of the revolution since day one. Then Becky Lynch starts to come out. Becky Lynch starts to run to the ring. They start brawling. Mickie James retreats to the barrier. She jumps over the barricade. The second Becky Lynch was about to jump over that barricade, Alexa Bliss caught her and just drops her. And they both beat her up in the ring. And in the end, Mickie James was like, "You should have learned from Alexa Bliss. You gotta learn. You gotta learn that you gotta be one step ahead." That was good. I was like, Mickie James, and they had the nerve to call her fat. I will always say that whenever I think or when I see Mickie James, and I always look at her abdomen and I'm like, you have the nerve to call her fat. Okay. So we go back stage, or wherever they were, at Men's Warehouse. Carmella takes James Ellsworth to shopping, and I'm like, okay, this is not gonna go well. So Ellsworth picks out a lot of clothes, even though he was there in his fucking ring gear. He was in his he went to go pick up some clothes, and in the end, Ellsworth came out looking like a Jersey Shore reject, or a fucking a worse version of John Cena in his rapper days. So this, yes, was cringe, but at the same time, I laughed a tiny bit. I was like, this is just ridiculous. It's like, Ellsworth and I have something in common. When it comes to clothes, you gotta look at the prices and you gotta be like, God, no way. I mean, you gotta look at the prices, man. You can't just be like, oh, I want that, buy it. This guy wanted to buy a fur coat, by the way. So, Baron Corbin makes his way to commentary as we go on commercial break. 10-man over the top rope battle royale, where the winner would be in the Royal Rumble match. In the end, Mojo Rawley got the win. Mojo Rawley looked good in this match, in my opinion, eliminating a lot of people Who or what did the Vaudevillains do? These guys are my tag team champions in my universe mode, yet in real life, these guys are in the ring for 11 seconds getting eliminated. Ain't that some shit? Wow, that's just sad. That is just sad. So, they show a clip after that of Nikki Bella coming to the arena. That Dasha chick freaking went up to her, interviewing her about, you know, Natalya's allegations about her and John Cena, and, you know, this conspiracy about her and stuff. And Nikki was like, "Look, I have no control. They put me on the poster with John Destiny. I think it's Destiny, whatever." And after Natalya comes through, she's like, "I don't see my face on the box, on the truck. I don't see my face on the TV truck." And then Nikki Bella tried to throw a punch. Natalya ducks in and she rammed her face into the truck, and that's it. So, come back from that, Cena and Styles go at it. First of all, John Cena's new gear, love it, love it, love it. I'm like, John Cena, I've been waiting for it. I'm like, when is Cena gonna debut a new attire? And guess what? He comes through with a new shirt, orange and blue with a hint of green. I like it a little bit with like cameo shorts, I guess. Yeah, whatever. You know. And after that, they bring up the Today Show. How first of all, that black dude reminded me of the guy that was in the Jamie Foxx show, you know, Uncle Junior. That guy, he reminds me of him. And that chick and John were making fun of AJ Styles, the guy from Atlanta. First of all, he's from Gainesville, Georgia. Get your shit right. That's number one. If you're talking about Atlanta, you're talking about Goldberg. Maybe that's who he was talking about, a guy from Atlanta, because AJ Styles is from Gainesville, Georgia. Get your facts right. AJ Styles also brings up that he was in the back of the poster. I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's fucking rude. The WWE champion should have been in the middle, the center of the poster. That's just me. But in the end, I was like, fuck it, he's the best in the world at what he does. I don't really give a fuck anymore, you know. So, in the end, John Cena tried to go all 2005 on us and saying that he's a bad, bad man. AJ Styles saying that AJ Styles says that he's not settling for an inch at the Rumble. He's taking a foot and putting it in John Cena's ass, right? He also said that Cena's a sorry excuse for, and the wrestler Cena make up an excuse for, or he's injured, or you know this and that for why he loses to AJ Styles, saying that he's the face that replaced John Cena. John Cena saying that how you're the one that wants to be like me. You're like everyone else, talking all this crap about me, and you know I get booed. You know, you're talking about respect. I get booed out of arena. When he said that, I'm thinking ECW One Night Stand 2006. When he said that, he got booed. He's not complaining about it and shit, saying how, you know, you've been hot for 6 months. I've been holding this place down for over a decade. He's like, Cena brings up AJ's comments on him being a bad wrestler, saying that he didn't put too much time in the indie scene. Cena saying that he wasn't built for the indie scene. He's like, you put too much time in the... He said, what? You think I'm not a good wrestler because I didn't put my time in the indie scene? I wasn't made for the indie scene. I was made for World Wrestling Entertainment. I was made for the Royal Rumble. I was made to take that championship. And then, you know, Cena says he gets more done in one day than AJ does in a career. He never talks about what he's done or his critics. He just earns and shuts mouths. Cena says AJ's not a guy from Atlanta. He's just a guy that's holding the championship because Cena lets him. Cena says also he's unoriginal. He goes on and says AJ will find out what everyone else knows on Sunday. There's only one John Cena, and he's a bad, bad man. In my mic, in my hand, I'm a bad man, no? And his time is now. Telling AJ to recognize. That promo makes me love John Cena more and more and more as a fan. Every time. I feel Cena gets better when it's with AJ or Daniel Bryan or a Punk. Along those lines, Cena gets better and better. We go to Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. Kalisto gets super kicked in the end and loses to Dolph Ziggler. He's about to get a chair and beat up Kalisto. JBL got up and was like, what the fuck you doing, Dolph? And then Apollo Crews blindsides him, just attacks him from behind. About to use that steel chair and hit him in the head, but Ziggler got out the way and able to retreat to the stage. Naomi, my baby girl, returns on SmackDown. Finally, I'm like, was she injured? Let me know in the comments. Was she injured? I don't know. She returns, and then Natalya doesn't show up. She's beating up Nikki Bella backstage, having a brawl, and she's like, "We ain't going down like that. No. Someone's gonna feel the glow. So who's gonna step up?" Alexa Bliss come. I'm like, "Oh, you did beat her back at No Mercy, or Backlash." No Mercy. It was No Mercy. Yeah, you beat her at No Mercy. Yeah, and after that, she's like, "You want a title shot?" No, I'm the champ. Now, I thought that Daniel Bryan was going to come out and say, "Oh, you know, you will fight Naomi, blah, blah, blah," but he didn't come out at all. So, we get to Dasha Fuentes is backstage talking with Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion, talking about following his instincts to get the win, and his instincts are going to break The Miz's nose. Okay, so, yeah. That's what Ambrose said. He said that he's going to follow his instincts and win the match. And then also use his instincts to break The Miz's nose. And there aren't enough lumberjacks to stop him from doing it. Now, this match alone. Alright, SmackDown. Oh my god, okay. I'll get to the winner after that. I'm pretty sure you can already tell who won. Anyways, The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship in a lumberjack match. Now, if I was the interviewer, I would have brought up Dean Ambrose. You're going to defend your Intercontinental Championship against The Miz here tonight on SmackDown in a lumberjack match. Now, the question I have for you is the match, do you plan on the match being insane like your match with Seth Rollins back at SummerSlam 2014? Like, I would have brought that up because that was the last time I think Ambrose was in a lumberjack match. I could be wrong, but yeah, you know. So the match happens, diving onto a lot of people, and Miz. The final moments of the match, you know, the Miz trying to roll up Ambrose, putting his foot on the ropes, and Ambrose kicking out. Now the Miz hit Daniel Bryan with the sorry, I wish, but the Miz hit Dean Ambrose with the running knee. And I'm like, that's foul. That's foul. Kick out Ambrose. And he kicked out. I didn't want to. I didn't. That would have been the ultimate dick move. To beat Dean Ambrose with the running knee. The move that Daniel Bryan used to become champion before. So, yeah, you know. And then, well, Dean Ambrose was able to kick out, and after that, roll up Ambrose into a roll up Ambrose rolling up Ambrose. Ambrose rolling up Miz to a dirty deeds. 1, 2, 3. Ambrose retains the title. I would have been okay if Miz won back the IC title, as long as he didn't win with the running knee. That's all I have to say about that, and that is the end for SmackDown. So, without further ado, which show is the winner? The winner is Smackdown Live, of course. Let's see. Monday Night Raw. I had to skip. That's something you don't do. You shouldn't skip when you watch your show. I skipped through the cruiserweights, through the 8-man tag team match, the Charlotte and the Bayley segments. If it's not interesting, why watch? Right? There's always some good parts on a show. The entire show, it's bad. So, but SmackDown, I actually haven't lost all of interest. Like, I have watched everything, and at least there's something with a purpose. 8-man tag. Why did that happen? Oh, because they're in a ring talking about the Royal Rumble, and yeah. No. When Dolph Ziggler fought Kalisto, why did that happen? Dolph Ziggler wanted to finish the job and attack Kalisto. JBL trying to interfere, but in the end, Apollo Crews came out and beat up Dolph Ziggler, made him run away, defending Kalisto. So, and many more. You know, Ambrose, Miz getting his rematch for the championship and everything. So, this entire show, plus the segment with Cena and AJ, sold it for me. And This and Randy Orton and Wyatt and Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. I feel like they're gonna replace Luke Harper with Eric Rowan, because I heard that Eric Rowan's coming back. Because Eric Rowan, I think he's better now. You know, I could be wrong, but yeah, that is bragging rights, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, this music is so loud. That is it for bragging rights, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys can, leave a thumbs up, leave your comments down below. Who do you think that won tonight on this episode, this week's episode of bragging rights? Was it Raw? Was it SmackDown? Leave your comments down below. Also, leave a thumbs up and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links in the description box below. And tomorrow, there will be a Monday Night Raw Universe Mode episode coming out. So, hope you guys will enjoy that. And I thank you for watching. Monday Night Raw was decent, but SmackDown was better. SmackDown was that refreshing soda, beer, water, whatever you drink. Monday Night Raw felt like the medicine that you have to take in order for you to feel better. That's how I look at it, you know. But in the end, the Royal Rumble is this Sunday. I will do the 7 Days podcast this week, giving you my predictions for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, even though it's 4 hours, ladies and gentlemen. 4 hours. Do we got time for 4 hours? I don't think so. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share the video. And subscribe if you're new. Click that bell for notifications to get videos when I upload them. And Instagram, Twitter, links in the description. Previous videos might be in the description box below. Click on the annotation on the screen. Good night, and I'm out later.